Sweet, looks like we're back. Alright, so we do have a little bit of a change on this GLC showcase. I am playing GLC instead of Matt against TJ. I have my GLC water deck that I will be playing. TJ, what are you playing?
I'm playing Grass. I think that because Breeze is playing water, we're going to show off the two, like, big decks of the format. Like, a lot of people play Grass, a lot of people play water just because of the amount of resources that each of those types have specifically in this format. They're just always made to be good. You can see a Grass list that might not have traditional things in it, and it'll still be pretty good just because of all the things Grass can do.
Right.
So, I'll go Tails. Will I win a coin flip today? Nope.
You will not, so I'll be going first in this matchup. Thank you for the comment, Q, by the way. I appreciate that. That's really sick. We are doing our best. It's a new channel, so we don't have a whole lot of viewers quite yet. But I'm sure that we'll get there eventually, especially if we're doing consistent streams like this. This is a lot of content that a lot of other people aren't doing right now. Alright. Start a basic here seems interesting starting hand.
For anyone who doesn't know what Gym Leader Challenge format is, you are not allowed to play Rulebox Pokemon, no EX, GX, V, VMAX, or V-Star, no Prism Star. You're only allowed one type of Pokemon, so in my deck I'm featuring Grass Pokemon, and in Breeze's deck he's featuring Water Pokemon. And you're only allowed one of each unique card, so you'll look at our hands and you won't see any card that is more than a one of. Everything is a one of in these decks, except for Basic Energy. So
Basic Energy specifically. Alright, and then with that, I think we're ready to dive into it. Hope you guys enjoy the showcase of GLC.
Woo!
So my
favorite thing about this format, it's just like, what does this thing do? I haven't seen it.
I'll start by drawing for turn here.
Well, thank goodness you went first. I don't need you confusing me or anything like that. I'm already confused enough most of the time.
This Bruxus is really interesting because it does 20 damage to each of your Pokemon that shares a type with your active Pokemon.
Oh, so
and since it's GLC,
yeah. Yo.
You only have one type of Pokemon.
Breeze is like, I don't play GLC, but I've got it figured out.
Let's start off with a quick ball here. I've got a lot of resources I don't really want to get rid of. But the nice part about water is that Nessa exists.
Exactly.
I think with that, I'm going to get rid of this Starmie on the quick ball.
There's a lot of recovery that water has access to, between energy recovery and abilities like Space Beacon to cards like you mentioned, like Nessa. You could really play like Nessa, Clara, a Rod, a Stretcher, a Revive. You could play all of it in that deck.
Right.
And basically, you know, have a very small hand, but kind of get what you need. Whether you're using Shady Dealings or using Abyssal Hand Octillery, you have a lot of ways to find the outs you need turn by turn.
Okay. And viewers may know what some of those cards do, but you might want to read off some of them.
Oh yeah.
Some of the ones that are more unique to this list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was talking about this Bruxus. I've never seen this. It's kind of a crazy looking thing.
Which one is it? Is it the triple charge one?
No, it's the Synchronoise.
Oh yeah, Synchronoise is insane. Like,
so we're going to take this
Basic
Snom.
Water, dude.
I don't know if this is going to go on camera. So in GLC, oh, look at that. Yeah, it shows the foil.
Woo!
You're allowed to play some Japanese cards in your list.
Up
and
to 6.
Chose this Snom because this foil on it is so cool.
Yeah, what's the name of that foil pattern? It's like the Prism, the block foil pattern.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Hollow.
It's sick.
Brick Hollow. That's
Brick
what it is.
Hollow. And fortunately, I'm just going to pass.
All
When
right.
you're playing water, it's not a huge deal if you don't get that turn 1 attachment because Frostmoth exists.
I'm going to put down the Zarude, which is kind of like my ideal Pokemon to have going into my first turn, going second. And this might seem a little risky, but I think I'm going to attach, put down Chaotic Swell, and Chaotic Swell is whenever a player plays a stadium card from their hand, discard that stadium after discarding this one. So it'll just kind of like, you know, make it so that way if he plays a stadium from his hand, that stadium and this stadium will both go to the discard. It's cool to just halt him early game in case he wants to put down like a Brooklet Hill next turn or something like that. I'm going to Marnie.
Oh. Alright.
I'm really hoping for like a Float Stone. That seems pretty optimal. Float Stone, Float Stone, Float Stone.
I'll get 4 cards off of this.
If not, I may very well just be punished.
Oh man.
And I'm punished.
Yikes. No pack call this turn, huh?
Unfortunate. Yep. Alrighty, I'm going to have to pass there.
Alright. I'm gonna draw for turn. Okay. This is a really interesting card, this rare fossil.
Uh-oh.
It can evolve into, I believe it's a Dracovish or something like that. And that Dracovish makes it so that my opponent can't play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve their Pokemon. So especially against grass, where you have like Venusaur and you have like the Grookey line, you know, it really shuts you down.
I can't hit 300 with Torterra if I can't get Torterra into play.
Do you know Arctozolt?
With this...
Arctozolt?
I don't even know what that does.
No, he's a wizard. I mean, he's water electric. I wasn't sure if he had a water.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what it is.
I get Marnie in return.
It's like a Draco Arcto Vish Zolt thingy. I don't know.
Fish?
One of the four. I don't know.
It's fish.
So we're gonna Marnie. That hand was not the greatest, but fortunately we can get out of it a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay. So that's really interesting. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play a Nest Ball, find a basic Pokemon from my deck, and I want that to just be the Sobble.
Oh no.
And I should be going back in here. So we're gonna see if this can shut you off.
How do you spell consistency? I'm pretty sure you spell it INTELEON. Something like that.
In a harder trait, bring up the rare fossil.
Uh-oh.
And off of that, I'm going to play the Boost Shake. And that lets me evolve this rare fossil
Hopefully it's
immediately before TJ could even do anything. Could even evolve anything. Now you can gust around it, that is an option. Dracovish only works while it is in the active spot. But playing Boost Shake will end my turn, so go ahead, DJ.
I'm going to draw. Going to put down Genesect. I'm going to attach, retreat, energy reload. And energy reload is the ability of Genesect that says once during your turn, before you attack, you may move an energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. So Grookey has a 1 retreat cost. I can retreat for an energy and then energy reload the energy off of Zarude onto Genesect. Then I'm going to play Bridget.
Getting some things started.
Hopefully.
This by no means is a win condition, just getting the Dracovish, but I'm hoping that it can slow TJ down at least a little bit.
You would like that.
That I would, actually. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Tricky. Get that cheeky tricky. Ooh. And I'm gonna get this guy and probably okay, yeah, I can do that. When everything's a one of, you really gotta ask yourself, can I actually do what I think I'm about to do? Unfortunate that that's all I've got going for me, and I just pass right there.
Alright. Then I'm gonna start by drawing for my turn here.
Now this could go pretty bad fast. All Breeze really needs is a water energy and a twin or a double colorless. So he doesn't have to have the 3 water, which is pretty... Well, it's my only hope getting me into this. And that Dracovish, it has to be in the active, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot. Right on. Seems good.
I think so. My Shady Dealings are more than a few cards I need. I should say. So I'm going to take the Cynthia here. I'm going to attach a water energy to this Bruxish.
Emma follow! Let's go!
Emma,
She knows us!
Yay, Emma! Thank you.
Put the water on the Dracovish, and then I'm going to play Cynthia.
Beautiful.
Shuffle my hand into my deck and then draw 6 cards. I'm sure it's a really good shuffle. Tap the cut, my friend.
I'll cut you.
Alright. Draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Decisions. GLC is a interesting format.
Just play Pokemon from their hand to evolve. So you're telling me I could top deck the new Erazu from Lost Origins and evolve every Pokemon on my board right now, basically. Oh,
That's
it
what I
does.
thought.
It doesn't. It just puts it in my hand. Unfortunate.
This is not good.
Honestly, you know,
0 evolved Pokemon.
Yep.
I'm just gonna pass over to you.
Seems good. I'm gonna.
No sun.
It's like I'm putting it down, but it won't stick to it. What's going on?
Bonk.
Attach. And I'll play the Cynthia. Shuffle my hand into my deck. My super busted can't play this card hand.
Sun-drenched sadness.
Yeah, literally. My goodness.
Well, hope you get something good off of this Cynthia. I like having a good game when it's a showcase like this.
Evo Soda might honestly be a kind of a cool card to see, just because it'll get something evolved on my board.
Right.
Ideally, I think it's going to be Bulbasaur, because the faster I can get Venusaur into play, the better.
I'm starting to get a little worried about this Shining Genesect. My Hammerin does 120 damage, which just isn't good enough to take that knockout.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brutal. Alright, I'm going to have to pass there.
Okay. I'm gonna draw for turn. Let's see.
What does Breeze have cooking?
Does Breeze have a really interesting play that he doesn't think other people would make?
We like to say at Controlled Chaos Gaming, a normal person might not make this play, but I'm gonna. We just ain't normal people, I suppose.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
How badly do I want to knock out this Genesect? That's the question. Evolution Incense. It's gonna grab me Inteleon, and that will be Shady Dealings. Oh, holy moly.
What do you have that can knock this out? I mean, you would have to have, like... What can go get you a double energy right now?
So if I go Shady for these two.
Iriduff for Energy Lotto.
So Shady for these. I'm gonna play both of them. So Professor's Letter for this. Iriduff for this. And then...
So Irida's gonna grab you a Pokemon and an item.
Right.
So you're gonna grab Frostmoth. Uh-oh. So what was the item you grabbed off of the Irida?
Field Blower.
Field Blower, that's right.
Alright. Oh. Smacked it. Those are all gonna go into my hands. Those are gonna go in the discard. You can tap or cut.
Tap.
Okay. So then... Let's see. Oh, this is quite the decision for me, actually.
Tock, tick, tock.
That Chaotic Swell is actually really strong right now.
Well, you used the Field Blower, right? Didn't you take the Field Blower?
I did, but I want exactly one more thing.
I don't have a tool to play.
Let's go Floodstone. Okay. Can evolve this into Frostmoth. And use our attach return on this. And then we can use Ice Dance. Get our Dracovish set up. And then
Scoop up here.
we're just hard retreating until
You floatstone retreating.
Oh, you're true. Oh, you are correct. Alright. Well, everything just went away.
Just made my heart like jump, bro.
Okay. This is still okay.
We're chilling.
Yeah, it really did mess up there.
I was like, where's the scoop of net? That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Like, ah.
But my brain apparently doesn't work, so... Man, do I just have to leave this in the active? I can't really play any of these other cards. Alright, this is fine. I'm just gonna pass.
Draw for turn.
Retreat once per turn, that's an unfortunate misplay by me. Still not the end of the world. The nice part about GLC is that it's such a slow format that you can always come back.
Absolutely. It's one of the like very, very redeemable things about the format. Alright, well that Dracovish is no longer in the active, so I feel kind of spoiled. I get to evolve here, and then I get to use Sun-Drenched Shell. And I think I'm gonna go get Grovyle, and I'm gonna use its ability, Sunshine Drinks, to go get Ivysaur.
There's the train.
Let's see. I think that's it there. What I'm gonna do now is shuffle up my deck so I can draw cards fairly. Attach. I'm going to put the Floatstone probably on Venusaur or on Ivysaur, just because like I know the Venusaur and the Ivysaur both have very hefty retreat costs. It's gonna seem kind of not very optimal, but I'm gonna Energy Recycler one energy back into the deck, just because I'm going to play Research and scrap this hand.
Might as well use the resource.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna feel really bad when I draw into Rare Candy Venusaur on this Professor's Research. I'm gonna be like, oh, Research. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Evolve there.
Gang.
Alright, and then I'm going to Gaia Blaster for, I believe it does 110, 50 plus 60 is 110.
That's my map, too. I'm gonna draw for turn. Interesting. Top deck. Man, that chaotic spell is really strong. It's really messing with me right now. And I can Field Blower it away, but I feel like I had some other plan on this turn. Let's go. Let's go VS Seeker to get back Kai or Irida. It is Kai because it's the Japanese card.
That's right.
So I'll play it.
Is it the same art?
Oh yeah, so you guys see that Serena is comping for $280 right now. That's the flat line price. That's like what it's gonna be.
It's nuts.
Looks like we got Lily back. It's like an okay artwork too. It's definitely not. I actually think the is it Ferocious Girl?
What?
Is that her name?
Who?
The one in the next set.
I don't know.
Oh no, what are we doing here?
We're doing some things. So,
I can no longer evolve any of my Pokemon from my hand. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna make a play that most people probably wouldn't make here.
This one,
Right
I
on.
think this one
I'm gonna
is
switch
way
that
better.
Intellion.
Look at that.
That looks amazing, yeah.
Like this is the one that's topping for like 250. I think that one looks better.
That looks incredible, yeah.
Woo! Yeah. And this is the one that's really expensive.
So, I'm gonna use my field blower to get rid of your chaotic swell and my float stone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play down, it's Parallel City. I want to put it this way to limit your bench. Now that also makes me do less damage, which is interesting, but I'll attach a muscle band. And I'm still not getting the knockout, but I actually don't want to get the knockout here.
Yes, you. Oh yeah, no, because you're reduced. So you're plus 20, minus 20 now.
Exactly, so we'll hammer in for 120 damage.
Awesome.
That actually doesn't get the knockout. You have
Oh yeah, that's
130.
right. You're right. We just discussed this.
Yes.
120.
120, yes.
Draw. All right, so I'm like in a little bit of a spot now. This is interesting. I'm going to put down the Turffield Stadium.
Ooh.
Going to Versus Seeker, and I'm gonna go get that boss's orders I just discarded because I need to be able to do stuff. So I'm gonna Versus Seeker, boss's orders, and I'm gonna boss up the Articuno.
All right.
Now I've got abilities, yay! So I think here I'm just gonna put down. I'm gonna use Sun Drenched Shell.
Getting everything out here.
Oh yeah, it's time to evolve Pokemon, absolutely. For Torterra, I'm gonna Sunshine Grace for Mr. Ivysaur.
You getting a Turffield as well?
Oh, actually, you know, I think I did that out of order. What I probably wanted to do was Sunshine. I'll Turffield for Venusaur, and what I'll do is I'll Sunshine Grace. And I want to go get this guy, Mr. Cricketot.
Ooh, any grass type Pokemon. Nice. So that Venusaur with Jungle Totem means that this Genesect is going to do a lot of damage.
We have 220 right now.
That is... it's quite a bit.
So I'm going to attach for turn to Torterra, because I just have a knockout here.
Right?
And then I'm going to Gaia Blaster for 220 and take the first prizes of the game, like 10 minutes later.
Alright. That one. Cool. That is a play. I think also I might have a bit of a play here. So I'm gonna draw for turn.
Do you, Brizzikiel?
I might.
I might. Show me what you got.
Let's go Shady Dealings.
So who out of the 3 viewers in the chat is going to stick around and watch us for 24 hours straight? Who's going to do it? It's going to be a lot of fun. We keep getting requests for cake, so there might be cake.
Dude, somebody better buy me a cake for doing like, what hours am I doing again? 5, like
There'll be cake.
1 a.m. to 5 a.m. or no, 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's yeah. I better get cake. Somebody better go to the Bunt Cake store, buy a Bunt cake.
Nothing buns cakes.
Nothing but cakes. Not sponsored.
Alright. So
Could you imagine if we were
I'm gonna play this
sponsored by
Nessa.
like a really weird product? Like, hey guys, today's sponsor is Dr. Squatch.
No.
It's a manly man soap.
Yeah, that's like a good product.
It is.
Tell you
Yeah.
what, it's good
I
product.
knew you would say that.
They have Star Wars soaps, don't they? Star Wars soaps.
I'm gonna ice stance a whole bunch to this
What you-
Articuno.
Okay. What you know about the dark side of the Force, Andy?
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
Oh no.
What you know about rolling down?
Getting a hard retreat, and we've got 3 energy on this Articuno. Dracovish, unfortunately, you're not doing much anymore, my friend.
Man,
And we're gonna use Tri-Edge. I don't even need to flip any coins.
And you take 2 prizes, right?
Articuno does have the Delta Plus, and that means when it takes a knockout, I get to take an additional prize card. So I'll take 1, and then 1 for my Delta.
Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and promote Torterra. It's like the main attacker of this deck, because, well, I mean, it just does the most damage.
190 health.
So I'm going to put down Buzzwole. I'm going to... Don't really have like a lot of Pokemon left to go get right this moment. Going to evolve to Kricketune, giving all my grass Pokemon plus 40. Going to evolve to Sceptile in case there is any Ultra Beast shenanigans in his deck that would keep. You know, I don't want to get attacked by any strong Ultra Beasts, so I don't even think there is a Water one. Do you have access to an Ultra Beast in this deck?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to attach Return to the Buzzard. And then I'm going to Evo Press for 200.
Alright. It's a pretty hefty number. Alright.
Evo Press does 50 for each of my evolution Pokemon in play. Oh lordy, it does 250 because it counts Torterra. It's not like a...
Well, that's not an evolution.
Oh yeah, you're right,
Pokemon,
you're
so,
right.
Yeah.
Pretend you didn't see that. It only does 200.
Man, that Torterra is
The wall.
definitely a wall. I'm gonna set up Ruxish here. Draw for turn. One of the things I might end up doing here is just confusing you. Doesn't seem like a bad play, doesn't seem like a good play. I'm gonna play a Peonia. Ooh, hey, these are cards that I want. So let's put into the prizes, let's see. This probably won't be necessary anymore. That is definitely necessary. And those 3. And I get to put them in any order, so I want...
Preferably in an order where you know that you want to take the prize you want, you know. It's kind of like that freedom that you get with Town Map, just to be able to take a prize and then choose the prize that you want.
Right.
Peonia, because you don't have to reshuffle your prizes afterwards, you can kind of pick and choose around the prizes you don't want.
We'll go back in with the Shady Dealings.
Right on.
And I think I want to prep a couple of things for next turn. So we're going to take Evo Soda and End.
Woo!
Obviously, I can't play either of those cards, so I can't evolve anything on my side.
That Remoraid came down this turn, right?
Exactly. Tap or cut. Same with that Staryu.
Are you serious?
There's not much else that I want to do here. I'm just going to use Gnash Teeth. That's going to make your Torterra confused.
Oh no, he's pointed right at me now. It's a little scary when to be on the receiving end.
I would not want to get Evo pressed by a Torterra.
Alright, I think I'm just going to play it safe, and I'm going to attach the energy upside down, and I'm going to retreat the energy upside down. And I'm just going to go in with Buzzwole. Buzzwole's ability, Beast Boost. This Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage for each prize you've taken. So I actually do perfect 100, 60 plus 20 plus 20
And
to knock out the
Ruxish
Ruxish.
Also is weak to grass.
Oh, it's weak to grass? My
Yeah,
goodness.
interesting, isn't it?
So I would have just done like a bazillion to it with the Torterra. My goodness.
1.3 bazillion for sure. So let's send up this Staryu. It does
21
have
gigawatts!
free retreat. Gonna drop for turn. So let's go Evo Soda. And here we're gonna get out the Octillery. And there's like basically one way that I can really do this. And it's pretty unlikely that I get there. I will be shuffling again, so no need to tap or cut.
Yep.
I'm gonna evolve this to Starmie. I'm gonna drop the Air Balloon. I'm gonna Space Beacon. We'll get rid of this for a couple energy.
You're gonna space beacon away the beaconer.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then let's go Ice Dance to this Dracovish. And then I'm gonna play N.
Uh-oh. Put me down to a 3-card hand. Felt pretty good after getting a prize. I was like, now, uh-oh. 3 random cards.
Kricketune is... Does it only... grass type Pokemon, so it's all grass type Pokemon.
Except for Pokemon named Kricketune.
Except
So
for
like
Pokemon
even
named-
in a standard deck, I don't think it would affect Kricketune V.
I'm gonna draw 4 cards off of this end.
3.
So let's Ice Stance the last energy here. Play a level ball. I'm just gonna. Well, let's see.
How much HP? Dracovish is 150 HP. My goodness, that boy is thick.
Yeah, he's a fat guy.
It's only 9.
I will fail this level ball. I'm gonna play an Ordinary Rod.
Back, and then I'll leave it.
And we're gonna grab back.
I don't like seeing that Articuno keep coming back. I thought I did the trick by taking care of it, but the recovery cards killing
Yeah,
me.
the Ordinary Rod and the Nessa. So we're gonna get 2 energies and 2 Pokemon. Those are gonna go back into the deck. Then we're gonna shuffle up.
I want to imagine it might not be too
It's on the wrong side. Tap or cat?
Tap.
Alright. And then we'll use our Abyssal Hand. I've only got 1 card, so I'm gonna draw 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna play Trainer's Mail.
Pretty.
Out of there, I'll take the Escape Rope. Tap or cat?
Tap.
I'm not gonna play the Escape Rope. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to hold that. We'll use this air balloon to free retreat our Starmie. Bring up this Dracovish, this big guy. And even though we have the muscle band attached, like we talked about, that Kricketune means that I'm not going to quite get the knockout here. And looks like any of this. Yeah, we'll just use Hammer and do 140 damage.
Sweet. What to do? What to do? I'm kind of in a spot.
That's what I like to hear.
Alright. So I do have options here, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the Fighting Fury belt and retreat. Because Venusaur's ability makes all my basic grass in play times 2. I can retreat for 1 energy. I'm going to promote. I'm thinking this Torterra.
That is what I didn't want to see.
And then I have the energy in hand attachment for turn. And then I'm just going to Field Blower away the air balloon for safe measure. And then I'm going to Evo Press for 200.
Right. I got blown up. Let's go.
Grass,
Alright.
grass.
Bring back up this Starmie. I'm gonna draw for turn.
2 rounds in a row in online tournaments. I had to play Dragon against Grass. And oh boy, did it make me just want to... made me want to go home, and I was already home.
Let's see, that Fighting Fury belt, is that plus 40 health?
Yep.
Alright. Might have to get pretty lucky on my side of the board here. That Torterra is just an absolute menace.
And it's hard to say, are they printing cards with this format in mind? I don't know, but then you see things like this Torterra get printed, and all of the crazy dragon cards that have come out in the last couple sets of the Pokemon trading card game. It makes you believe that they might be, you know? It makes you believe they might be.
Oh man. Yeah, this is really tough, man. So let's play the teammates.
Woo!
And find any 2 cards from my deck and then put them into my hand. I think it's gotta be these 2. Oh man.
Trying to think of all the different options that he might have to put me out of my winning condition, which at this point is just taking 2 more prizes.
Tap or cut?
Tap.
Okay.
Doesn't have a lot of deck there.
It's bench the Articuno.
I mean, no, I don't.
This is the big star in my deck, the Black QRM.
Uh-oh. I was like, here's a card I haven't seen. Not in this deck. Alright.
Strong doing 60. Let's do 60 damage.
I'm gonna play down a Brooklet Hill.
Whoo! I was like, you have to have a stadium.
Exactly.
Uh-oh, but that's a lot. That's a
I'm gonna Space Beacon this away.
Okay.
And we've got Big Ice Stance. Still need one more for that Dazzling Blizzard. So now this is also a really, really weird thing. I'm gonna play the Escape Rope. One. Yeah.
That Dracovish.
Yeah, it did put me in like a really awful spot.
Alright.
You Space Beacon. I don't think you've Abyssal Handed yet.
Right. Actually, I'm gonna send out Frostmoth because now I think what I want to do. Oh man.
What do you have? You have to have like boss and a modifier.
Guzma up the Torterra, right? Oh no, I played teammates on this turn.
Yes,
correct.
you did.
Okay.
Like, can you play this board? No.
Yeah. So okay. Oh, I maybe should have gone with Articuno. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with this.
Okay.
I
Cool.
don't really have another option. Now I'll Abyssal Hand for 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Did you get the return attachment?
I did get the attached return here. Start Fighting Fury Belt. Let's see. Evo Press is just gonna destroy me. Man, I really wanted to knock out that Torterra, but definitely misplayed this turn.
He's my saving grace.
Let's see.
And it's crazy to think that Grass was pretty good before this Torterra came out. I mean, it still kind of was like one of the better decks in Junior Challenge format. And then they just gave it a Grass Pokemon that almost has a. I mean, you could technically play something like Sky Field and make that number just huge. For a single prize Pokemon.
So I think I might just have to wait to Guzma until next turn. So maybe I should have put up this Auxiliary, I think, since I have no cards left in the deck. So what I should have done is put up the Auxiliary, try to stall for a turn, and then try to Dazzling Blizzard that Torterra when I could use Guzma.
Because you've watched me, I played the Recycler early. You see me take knockouts, like be knocked out and retreat manually, so I have some energy there.
Right.
In the discard pile for sure.
So yeah, I'm honestly at this point now I just have to hope that you don't have a way to pivot this. This thing has like 210.
So 40 plus 40 plus 130, so 80 plus 130 is
210, yeah. So in the Fighting Fury Belt, let's say I knocked out the Kricketune at some point. Fighting Fury Belt would put you
to 170.
Right. Since you have 140 on you, yeah, so we'll use Frozen Wings. I'll do 30 damage, and it would technically discard a special energy from you if you had one.
Alright, I was really hoping you weren't going to say Tool. Alright, I got the pivot, the top deck for the energy. So I'm just going to attach, retreat, and to make it even worse, I'm going to attach the pot helmet from my hand.
Oh.
And I'm going to Evo Press for 200.
Oh man. Well, that's not good. Okay. Oh. Well, what do I even do now?
Grass proving why nobody likes to play against it, that's for sure. I definitely don't. So to be asked to play Grass on the stream, I was like, oh boy, right on, I'll do that.
Well, I'm gonna send up Frostmoth. I'm gonna drop her turn. I can Space Beacon. A couple energies back to my hands. I'm gonna use Brooklet Hill. Okay, so I do kind of I have some hope. I have a little tiny glimmer of hope. Tap or cut. Alright. So we're gonna Ice Dance here. Set up the Inteleon. And then I'm going to have to Uzma up the Cricketune. That'll allow me to pivot as well. And... I don't think very many of these cards matter anymore. Kind of out of resources.
Man, 20 here is enough, though.
Gonna bench the Bruxish. And I don't even need to put the 20 there, yeah. I just Aqua Bullet to knock out Cricketune. That puts me out of range of getting knocked out by the Torterra. I'll put 20 on the Sceptile. And then since your Cricketune is no longer in play, the Buzzwole also gets knocked out.
Okay.
And that will net me 2 prize cards.
Sweet. Alright, I will promote Torterra. I will
Evo Press
return. I'm going to check with Level Ball. See what I've got cooking. I don't think I have any Pokemon left. Tap or cut. I'm going to Chorus for 7.
If you get the energy here, that's just a hammering for game. The Evo Press doesn't quite do enough.
Hoping for. It can't be. I play 1 Aromatic Energy just to keep me from getting affected by special conditions. I'm just really hoping it's not that. 6, 7. Alright, and that's
you got it. Good game.
Boom, I got the Revitalizer. I did actually get the Aromatic, which is a little bit scary, but I have Revitalizer and Stretcher.